If there's one thing I've learned on the internet, it's that people are crazy idiots who will complain about every little thing that goes on in their entertainment world. Us in North America have it pretty good, to the point where we can complain about petty first world problems. For instance, there's the recent issues of Miley Cyrus dancing like even more of a skank, as well as Ben Affleck being cast as Batman in the next Man of Steel film. And the most recent development that people are complaining about seems to be Nintendo's latest handheld decision. Wait for it, the Nintendo 2DS. Naturally, the name seems a bit stupid, but it's advertised as an entry-level video game system designed for younger children. It has the same capabilities as the Nintendo 3DS in terms of its processing power and software, but features a few changes. For starters, the system is one solid mass instead of a clamshell design, meaning that while its portability is somewhat compromised, kids aren't going to break it that easily, especially considering Nintendo's history of making Tonka-tough consoles. The other thing is that the system can't output in 3D, considering the instruction manual on the 3DS says that children under 7 years of age shouldn't be playing it in 3D in the first place. And while yes, the 3DS does have parental locks and stuff, we've gotten to a point where most parents don't really give a damn about what they're exposing their kids to, and they probably don't know how to do the parental locks on the 3D anyway. They figure the kid's probably going to just solve it for themselves, but of course, kids being curious kids they are, they're not. And naturally, people are getting really upset over the whole deal, and as usual, I don't really get why that is. To tell the truth, while I don't think that the 2DS is the best decision Nintendo has ever made, I'm going to stick by it. I approve of the idea that a video game designed to entertain younger kids, and from what I've heard, the system's a lot more comfortable to hold. Many of the complaints on this system are from people who already own a 3DS as well. I guess many of these complaints are the same kinds of things that people get whenever they're forced to switch to the latest iPhone or Android mobile. Well, I have news for you. Nobody's forcing you to use the Nintendo 2DS. You had no intention of buying it in the first place, considering you already got a 3DS that does what you want it to. So you, who already has bought the system, you don't have a say in the matter. You already have your handheld video game, you don't have to pay any more for it, so be quiet. Of course, the other argument is just that it's a quick cash-in for Nintendo. And to that effect I say, yeah, Nintendo wants more money. But you have to think reasonably about the entire thing. Nintendo is a company that produces a product meant to be sold. It's not that Nintendo is selling out to the man or anything like that, not that it really matters, because the entire point of their company is to make money by providing products and services to entertain people. Many of the people complaining about this are, naturally, the same people who are subscribed to the company's YouTube channel, stalk the Facebook and Twitter pages, and undoubtedly read Nintendo Power when it was around. Meaning that they already planned on giving Nintendo the money anyway, so why would they care if Nintendo wants more money? A lot of people are also subscribed just to complain about everything Nintendo's done in the first place, so fuck them, it doesn't really matter. If this really eats people up inside the way that they say they do, then here's a quick solution. Don't buy it, especially if you weren't planning on buying it in the first place. Like I said before, nobody's forcing you to. But don't act like this is the worst thing that's ever happened to you, because I honestly doubt that this is. Nintendo hasn't changed much of anything. They're just simply making their games and several third-party software titles available on the 3DS system more accessible to a wider audience. And while I don't think it's Nintendo's smartest decision, it's nothing to complain about in mass detail. Go back to complaining about Ben Affleck, see if I care.